Good morning, everybody, and this is your SP 500 day trade setups for today. So, public holiday yesterday in the US, so nothing really got going. Futures market was open, but we kind of went sideways, and the move has happened after hours. So it sort of happened early this morning. Moves to the downside, not a massive move, but we are onto a level here. And I'm not going to be able to read it right now because price is right on it, so we'll get to it now. But we have broken a bit of a trend line, and you're going to see this in the 3 hour. So we spoke about it yesterday. First two fractals here are the start of the trend line, and then you'll notice that price always comes back to test it. So sideways most of the day, all day yesterday, and then this morning we've dropped down, and you can see all these tails right here at 47.68, and that is the level that we are looking for at the moment. So it could be a case of us finding support here, and this is really just a fake out. And the other thing is you always want to see a retest of the break. So look for the next horizontal, and that probably makes the most sense. You can see we rejected it once in the past. We rejected it twice, found support on it, and then all over the place. And then we try to find support here. And remember, this is a level we were looking at yesterday as well, and that is 47.76. So I would like to see a rejection of somewhere up here. We'll look at this on the lower time frames now. But from a 3 hour perspective and 8 hours perspective, trend is still to the upside. So be very cautious of just jumping in. You can see buyers are coming in here. They're basically just buying the dip right now. But it is up until it's not. And I suppose we should be looking for when it's not. Now don't forget, hit that thumbs up button for us. Drop us a comment. Share on social media. All that does help the channel quite a bit. Now, on the hour, we are in between the moving averages. You can see we've got a crossover of the faster moving averages. We're bouncing off, not quite bouncing, but we're in the vicinity of the 150 EMA. And we do have this very strong level that we are sort of bouncing around on, 47.68. I kind of like the way that it is closed on the hour below this level. Remember, that to me basically indicates that we are going to have a second attempt at this. So it could be a case of second or third time unlucky, or third time lucky, depends which way you're looking at it. But we don't want to just jump in short here. We want to find a rejection zone higher up, and it is quite a wide zone. It is between 47.73 and 47.76. So 15 minute will tell us exactly where to get in, and you can see crossover the moving averages. It happened this morning. We sort of hovered on the 150 all through what should have been the trading session yesterday, but it was a public holiday. Gaps are closed. I think there's a gap here. Yeah, that gap is closed. No other gaps to write home about there. So probably a double bottom at the moment, or some kind of a range forming. I am looking at 47.73 and 47.76 for a rejection. You could possibly get something up here at 47.80 as well. That would close the gap. But typically, you come up, you bounce off, and then you get going again. Even if you just come down to find support here again, that is one of the areas I take some of my trade off anyway. So the idea would be to get in here at 47, let's just say somewhere around 47.76. Your stop is going to be around 75 points, and you're looking for 70 points. That's almost a one-to-one gain. If we do get through 47.67, then just look left. You'll see that, just credit this, there is a pin bar, so You'll probably find some profit taking there, but I think it's going to be a little bit lower down. It'll probably be in that zone. So you have two further bearish targets, and that is going to be 47.58 and 47.53. So 47.58, 47.53, rounded off to 47.50, because that's kind of what we're going to be targeting. And if you just go back to a higher time frame, you're going to see there is quite a bit of support here. There's a tail there, there's a rejection there, and there's another rejection, and we did find support on it here. It was last week Thursday. So that's kind of my view at the moment, but I don't want to be jumping in here. So we want to see a pullback, and it is so close that it could also just hop in the opposite direction. So that's the bearish view. The bullish view is going to be, I want to break above 47.80, fairly decent, and a pullback to come and test it, and then it'll be onwards and upwards pretty much in this sideways channel, and that would be my first target at 47.88. Okay, so that's kind of my view at the moment, and you can see the upper end of this, of what I call this chaos. All these busy lines. So the upper line and the lower line, that is kind of the range. If you look at it carefully, we have had two fake outs, but that is kind of the range. So if we do break this range to the downside, it's going to get swiftly reach these lower levels, but if we do sort of move to the upside, then we're going to be looking at that. So my bias is for a short, and it is, so long as we're below the moving averages, I'm quite confident that we have a strong probability of breaking the structure to the downside. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow. Cheers for now.